Genesis 18. And the Lord appeared unto him in the grove of Mamre, while he was sitting at the door of the tent in the heat of the day. And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, 3 men stood near him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the door of the tent, and bowed himself to the ground. And he said, My Lord, if I have found favor in your eyes, pass not away, I pray you, from your servant. Let a little water be fetched, and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree, and I will fetch a morsel of bread and refresh your heart. After that you may pass on, since you have once passed by your servant. And they said, So do as you have spoken. And Abraham hastened into the tent unto Sarah and said, Make ready quickly 3 measures of fine meal, knead it, and make cakes. And Abraham ran unto the herd, and fetched a calf tender and good, and gave it unto a young man, and he hastened to dress it. And he took cream and milk, and the calf which he had dressed, and set it before them. And he stood by them under the tree, and they did eat. And they said unto him, Where is Sarah your wife? And he said, Behold, in the tent. And he said, I will certainly return unto you at this time next year. And behold, Sarah your wife shall have a son. And Sarah heard it at the door of the tent which was behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken in years. It had ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, After I am waxed old shall I have pleasure, my Lord also being old. And the Lord said unto Abraham, Why did Sarah laugh? Saying, Shall I surely bear a child since I am old? Is anything too hard for the Lord? At the time appointed I will return unto you at this time next year, and Sarah shall have a son. But Sarah denied, saying, I laughed not, for she was afraid. But he said, No, indeed, you did laugh. And the men arose from there and looked toward Sodom, and Abraham went with them to bring them on their way. And the Lord said, Shall I hide from Abraham what I am about to do? Saying that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. For I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, that they shall keep the way of the Lord, to do righteousness and justice, in order that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he has spoken concerning him. And the Lord said, Because the cry against Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see if they have done according to the cry against them, which is come unto me, and if not, I will know it. And the men turned their faces from there and went towards Sodom. But Abraham stood yet before the Lord. And Abraham drew near and said, Will you then destroy the righteous also with the wicked? Suppose there are 50 righteous within the city. Will you then also destroy and not spare the place for the sake of the 50 righteous that are in it? Far be it from you to do this after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous should be as the wicked. Far be this from you. Shall the judge of all the earth not exercise justice? And the Lord said, If I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all of the place for their sake. And Abraham answered and said, Behold now, I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, although I am but dust and ashes. Suppose there will lack 5 of the 50 righteous. Will you then destroy all of the city for the lack of these 5? And he said, I will not destroy if I find there 40 and 5. And he spoke yet again unto him and said, Suppose there will be found there 40. And he said, I will not do it for the sake of the 40. And he said, Oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak. Suppose there will be found there 30. And he said, I will not do it if I find there 30. And he said, Behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord. suppose there will be found there 20. And he said, I will not destroy for the sake of the 20. And he said, Oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. Suppose there will be found there 10. And he said, I will not destroy for the sake of the 10. And the Lord went away when he had finished speaking with Abraham, and Abraham returned unto his place. Genesis 19. And the 2 angels came to Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gate of Sodom. And when Lot saw them, he rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face to the ground. And he said, Behold now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, unto your servant's house, and spend the night, and wash your feet, and you can rise up early and go on your way. And they said, No, but we will abide in the street all night. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and he entered into his house, and he made them a feast, and baked unleavened bread, and they did eat. But before they had laid down, the men of the city, the men of Sodom, surrounded the house round, both old and young, all of the people from every quarter. And they called unto Lot, and they said unto him, Where are the men who came into you this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. And the Lord went out unto them at the entrance of the house, and shut the door after him. And he said, I pray you, my brethren, do not act wickedly. Behold now, I have 2 daughters who have not known man. Let me bring them out to you, and do you to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, since they have once come under the shadow of my roof. And they said, Stand back. And they said, This one man came in as a sojourner, and he is acting like a judge. Now we will deal worse with you than with them. And they pressed sorely upon the man Lot, and they came near to break the door. But the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot to them into the house, and they locked the door. And the men that were at the entrance of the house, they smote with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the entrance. And the men said unto Lot, Have you here any besides a son-in-law, and your sons and your daughters, and whatsoever you have in the city? Bring them out of this place, for we will destroy this place, because the cry against them has become great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord has sent us to destroy it. And Lot went out and spoke unto his sons-in-law, who were to marry his daughters, and said, Arise, get yourselves out of this place, for the Lord will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that jests in the eyes of his sons-in-law. And as the morning dawn arose, the angels urged Lot, saying, Arise, take your wife and your 2 daughters that are here, lest you be consumed for the iniquity of the city. But while he lingered, the men laid hold of his hand, and of the hand of his wife, and of the hand of his 2 daughters, because the Lord desired to spare them. And they brought him forth, and set him outside the city. And when it came to pass, when they had brought them out, that he said, Escape for your life, look not behind you, neither stay you in all the plain. Escape to the mountains, lest you be destroyed. And Lot said unto them, Oh, not so, my lord. Behold now, your servant has found grace in your eyes, and you have magnified your kindness which you have showed unto me in saving my life. But I am unable to escape to the mountains, lest the evil overtake me, and I die. Behold now, this city is near to flee there, and it is a small place. Oh, let me, I pray you, escape there, as it is but little, and my life may be saved. And he said unto him, See, I have favored you concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow the city of which you have spoken. Hurry, escape there, for I cannot do anything until you arrive there. Therefore was the name of the city called Zoar. The sun rose over the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. And the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities and all the inhabitants of the cities, and that which grew upon the ground. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he had stood before the Lord, and he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the land of the plain. And behold, the smoke went up from the earth as the smoke of a furnace. And it came to pass, when God destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham, and sent Lot away out of the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities in which Lot had dwelt. And Lot went up out of Zoar, and dwelt in the mountains with his 2 daughters, for he feared to dwell in Zoar. And he dwelt in a cave, he and his 2 daughters. And the firstborn said unto the younger, Our father is old, and there is not a man on earth to come into us after the manner of all creation. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in and lay with her father. And he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. And when she arose the next day, the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay with my father last night. Let us make him drink wine this night also, and go you in and lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night also. And the younger arose and lay with him, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. And both the daughters of Lot became with child by their father. And the firstborn bore a son, and called his name Moab. The same is the father of the Moabites unto this day. And the younger, she also bore a son, and called his name Ben-Ami. The same is the father of the children of Ammon unto this day. Genesis 20. And Abraham journeyed from there toward the south country, and dwelt between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourned in Gerar. And Abraham said of Sarah his wife, She is my sister. And Abimelech the king of Gerar sent and took Sarah. But God came to Abimelech in a dream by night, and said to him, Behold, you shall die for the sake of the woman whom you have taken, for she is a man's wife. But Abimelech had not come near to her, and he said, Lord, will you then slay also a righteous nation? Said he not unto me, She is my sister? And she, even she herself, said, He is my brother. In the integrity of my heart and the innocence of my hands have I done this. And God said unto him in the dream, Yes, I also well know that you have done this in the integrity of your heart. I also withheld you from sinning against me. Therefore, I did not let you touch her. And now, restore the man's wife, for he is a prophet, and he will pray for you that you may live. And if you restore her not, know that you shall surely die, you and all that are yours. And Abimelech rose early in the morning, and called all his servants, and told all these things in their hearing. And the men were greatly afraid. Then Abimelech called Abraham, and said unto him, What have you done unto us? And in what have I offended you, that you have brought on me, and on my kingdom, a great sin? Deeds that ought not to be done, you have done unto me. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, What did you see that you did this thing? And Abraham said, Because I thought, surely there is no fear of God in this place, and they will kill me for the sake of my wife. And yet, indeed, she is my sister, but the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother. And she became my wife. And it came to pass, when God caused me to wander from my father's house, that I said unto her, This is your kindness which you shall show unto me. At every place where we shall come, say of me, He is my brother. And Abimelech took sheep and oxen and men servants and women servants, and gave them unto Abraham, and restored him Sarah his wife. And Abimelech said, Behold, my land is before you, to dwell where it is pleasing in your eyes. And Abimelech said, Behold, my land is before you, dwell where it is pleasing in your eyes. And unto Sarah he said, Behold, I have given your brother 1,000 pieces of silver, Behold, this is to you a covering in the eyes unto all that are with you, and before all others, that you are cleared. And Abraham prayed unto God, and God healed Abimelech and his wife and his maidservants, so that they could bear children. For the Lord had fast closed up every womb of the house of Abimelech because of Sarah, Abraham's wife. Genesis 21. And the Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did unto Sarah as he had spoken. And Sarah conceived and bore unto Abraham a son in his old age, at the appointed time of which God had spoken unto him. And Abraham called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bore unto him, Isaac. And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac at 8 days old, as God had commanded him. And Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born unto him. And Sarah said, God has made laughter for me. Whoever hears it will laugh with me. And she said, Who would have said unto Abraham that Sarah would nurse children? Yet I have borne a son in his old age. And the child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast on the day that Isaac was weaned. But Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, whom she had borne unto Abraham, mocking. So she said unto Abraham, Cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be heir with my son Isaac. And the thing was very grievous in Abraham's eyes because of his son. And God said unto Abraham, Let it not be grievous in your eyes because of the boy, and because of your bondwoman. In all that Sarah may say unto you, hearken unto her voice, for in Isaac shall your seed be called. And also of the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation, because he is your seed. And Abraham rose up early in the morning, and took bread and a bottle of water, and gave it unto Hagar, putting it unto her shoulder and the child, and sent her away. And she departed, and wandered astray in the wilderness of Beersheba. When the water was used up from the bottle, she cast the child under one of the shrubs. And she went and seated herself down at some distance, a good way off, about a bowshot, for she said, I cannot look on when the child dies. So she sat at distance and lifted up her voice and wept. And God heard the voice of the lad, and an angel of God called to Hagar out of heaven, and said unto her, What troubles you, Hagar? Fear not, for God has heard the voice of the boy where he is. Arise, lift up the lad, and lay hold of him with your hand, for I will make of him a great nation. And God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water, and she went and filled the bottle with water, and gave the boy a drink. And God was with the lad, and he grew up and dwelt in the wilderness, and became an archer. And he dwelt in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother took him a wife out of the land of Egypt. And it came to pass at that time that Abimelech and Phicol, the chief captain of his army, spoke unto Abraham, saying, God is with you in all that you do. Now therefore swear unto me here by God, that you will not deal falsely with me, nor with my son, nor with my son's son, but according to the kindness that I have done unto you, shall you do unto me and to the land wherein you have sojourned. And Abraham said, I will swear. And Abraham reproved Abimelech because of a well of water, which Abimelech's servants had violently taken away. And Abimelech said, I know not who has done this thing, neither did you tell me, nor have I heard of it except this day. And Abraham took sheep and oxen and gave them unto Abimelech, and both of them made a covenant. And Abraham set 7 ewe lambs of the flock by themselves. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, What mean these 7 ewe lambs which you have set by themselves? And he said, For these 7 ewe lambs shall you take from my hand, that they may be a witness unto me that I have dug this well. Therefore he called that place Beersheba, because there they swore, both of them. Thus they made a covenant at Beersheba. And Abimelech rose up, and Phicol, the chief captain of his army, and they returned into the land of the Philistines. And Abraham planted a tamarisk tree in Beersheba and called on the name of the Lord, the God of everlasting. And Abraham sojourned in the land of the Philistines many days. Genesis 22. And it came to pass after these things that God did test Abraham. And he said unto him, Abraham. And he said, Behold, here am I. And he said, Take now your son, your only son, whom you love, Isaac, and get you into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I tell you. And Abraham rose up early in the morning and saddled his donkey, and took 2 of his younger men with him, and Isaac his son, and he clave the wood for the burnt offering, and arose and went unto the place of which God had told him. On the 3rd day Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw the place afar off. And Abraham said unto his young men, Abide you here with the donkey, and I and the lad will go yonder, and we will worship, and then come again to you. And Abraham took the wood for the burnt offering, and laid it upon Isaac his son. And he took in his hand the fire and the knife, and they went both of them together. And Isaac spoke unto Abraham his father, and said, My father. And he said, Here am I, my son. And he said, Behold, here is the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering? And Abraham said, God will provide himself the lamb for the burnt offering, my son. So they went both of them together, and they came unto the place which God had told him. And Abraham built there an altar, and laid the wood in the order, and bound Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar above the wood. And Abraham stretched forth his hand, and took his knife to slay his son. But the angel of the Lord called unto him out of heaven, and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, Here am I. And he said, Lay not your hand upon the boy, neither do you the least unto him, for now I know that you fear God, seeing that you have not withheld your son, your only one, from me. And Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, there was a ram that was caught in the thicket by his thorns. And Abraham went and took the ram, and offered him up for a burnt offering instead of his son. And Abraham called the name of that place Adonai Yireh, the Lord will see, as it is said to this day, On the mount of the Lord it shall be seen. And the angel of the Lord called unto Abraham the 2nd time out of heaven, and said, By myself have I sworn, says the Lord, since because you have done this thing, and have not withheld your son, your only one, that I will greatly bless you, and will exceedingly multiply your seed as the stars of heaven, and as the sand which is upon the seashore. And your seed shall possess the gate of his enemies, and in your seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because you have obeyed my voice. And Abraham returned unto his young men, and they rose up and went together to Beersheba. And Abraham dwelt in Beersheba. And it came to pass after these things that it was told to Abraham, saying, Behold, Milcah, she has also borne children unto your brother Nahor, Huz his firstborn, and Buz his brother, and Kemuel the father of Aram, and Hesed, and Hazo, and Pildash, and Jidlaph, and Bethuel. And Bethuel begat Rebekah. These 8 Milcah did bear to Nahor, Abraham's brother, and his concubine, whose name was Reumah. She bare also Teba, and Gaham, Dahash, and Maachah. This completes Parashat Vayera.